You've been saying this phrase wrong your entire life, and nobody's told you. Even native English speakers get it backwards, and it completely changes the meaning of what you're trying to say.
Hey everyone, this is Alex.
And I'm Emma, and you're listening to Fluent English Podcast, where we talk about everyday topics in simple, natural English.
So today we're diving into something that's actually pretty funny. We're talking about the most common English mistakes that almost everyone makes.
And I mean everyone. Native speakers, English learners, your college professor, probably even English teachers sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. I catch myself making these mistakes all the time, and English is my first language.
Right? So if you're learning English and you make these mistakes, don't feel bad. You're in good company.
Exactly. And actually, talking about these mistakes is a great way to learn, because once you know what the mistake is, you'll start noticing it everywhere.
True. Okay, so should we just jump right in?
Yeah, let's do it. So, Emma, what's the first mistake you want to talk about?
Okay, this one drives me crazy, but I also understand why people get confused. It's your versus your.
Oh, classic. Yeah, this is probably one of the most common mistakes in written English.
So your with no apostrophe is possessive. It means something belongs to you, like your car, your house, your phone.
Right. And then your with an apostrophe is actually a contraction. It's short for you are.
Exactly. But here's the funny thing. I see this mistake everywhere. Like I'll see someone post on social media, "You're so funny," when they mean you're so funny, which is you are so funny.
Yeah, or the opposite. Your car is nice instead of your car is nice.
The trick I always tell people is if you can replace it with you are in the sentence, then you need the apostrophe.
That's a good tip. So like, you are so funny works, so it's you're so funny.
But you are car is nice doesn't make sense, so it has to be your car is nice.
Perfect. Okay, I've got another one that's similar. Actually, it's even more confusing because there are 3 versions.
Oh no, let me guess. There, and there?
Exactly. This one trips up so many people.
Okay, so break it down for us.
All right, so there with T-H-E-I-R is possessive, just like your. It means something belongs to them. Their car, their house, their idea.
Got it. And there with T-H-E-R-E.
That one refers to a place. Over there it is, I'm going there tomorrow.
And there with an apostrophe is short for they are.
Exactly. But again, I see these mixed up all the time. Like someone will write, they're going to the store, when it should be, they are going to the store, which means they are going to the store.
Or I like their house instead of I like their house.
Yes, and here's a funny one. Sometimes people use all 3 in one sentence and get them all wrong.
Oh no, like what?
Like they're going to put their car over there, when it should be they're going to put their car over there.
That's actually hilarious and confusing.
I know, right? But the same trick works here. If you can say they are, use there with the apostrophe. If it's about a place, use there with no apostrophe. And if it's about possession, use there with T-H-E-I-R.
That's really helpful. Okay, I have one that even native speakers get wrong constantly, and it drives grammar nerds crazy.
What is it?
Could've, should've, would've.
Oh, yes. This one's interesting because it sounds right when you say it, but it's completely wrong when you write it.
Exactly. So the correct way is could have, should have, would have, or the contractions could've, should've, would've.
Right, but when we say the contractions quickly, it sounds like could've, so people write it that way.
Yes, but could've doesn't actually mean anything. It's not grammatically correct at all.
I see this mistake everywhere, like I could have gone to the party instead of I could have gone to the party or I could have gone to the party.
Or you should have told me instead of you should have told me.
The funny thing is, when you're speaking, no one can really tell the difference, but when you write it, it's obviously wrong.
True. So the tip here is to remember that you're trying to say have, not of. Even if it sounds the same, of is a preposition and doesn't make sense in these sentences.
Good explanation. Okay, here's one that's actually pretty funny because it's the opposite of what people think they're saying.
Ooh, which one?
I could care less.
Oh, yes. This is a good one.
So people say I could care less when they want to show that they don't care about something at all.
Right. Like if your friend is telling you about some boring topic and you want to say you have zero interest in it.
Exactly. But if you think about it, I could care less actually means you do care some amount because you have the ability to care less than you currently do.
Right. The correct phrase is I couldn't care less, meaning it's impossible for you to care any less because you already care zero amount.
Yes, so when someone says I could care less, they're accidentally saying the opposite of what they mean.
This is one of those mistakes that's so common that most people don't even notice it anymore.
True. I hear it all the time, even on TV shows and movies.
Do you ever correct people when they say it?
No way. That would be annoying, but I notice it in my head every time.
Same. Okay, speaking of things that sound right but aren't, what about literally?
Oh man, yes. The word literally is probably one of the most misused words in English right now.
So literally means actually, in reality, not exaggerated. But people use it to exaggerate.
Exactly. Like someone will say, I literally died laughing. But if that were true, they wouldn't be able to tell you about it because they'd be dead.
Or I'm literally starving, when they just mean they're hungry.
Right. If you were literally starving, you'd be in the hospital, not just waiting for lunch.
I think people use literally to emphasize something, to make it sound more dramatic.
Yeah, which is ironic because literally should mean the opposite of dramatic exaggeration.
True. Although I read somewhere that dictionaries have actually added the informal definition of literally to mean figuratively or virtually, because people use it that way so much.
Really? So now literally can literally mean not literally?
Apparently. Language evolves, I guess.
That's wild. But still, if you're learning English, it's good to know the original meaning.
Agreed. Use literally when you mean something actually happened, not just to exaggerate.
All right, I've got another one. This is about the difference between good and well.
Oh, yes. This is tricky.
So someone asks you, how are you? And a lot of people say, I'm good.
Which is actually wrong, or is it acceptable now?
Well, technically, good is an adjective and well is an adverb. So I'm well is more grammatically correct when talking about how you're feeling.
But everyone says I'm good, right?
Pretty much everyone, yes. And honestly, it's become so common that it's basically acceptable in casual conversation.
So when should we use well?
Well describes how you do something, like she sings well, he plays guitar well, you speak English well.
Okay, so well is for actions.
Right, but here's where it gets interesting. If someone asks, how are you, and you're talking about your health, I'm well is correct, but if you're talking about your mood or general state, I'm good has become acceptable.
That makes sense. So I'm well sounds more formal.
Yeah, it sounds a bit formal or old-fashioned. Most people say I'm good, I'm great, or I'm doing well.
Got it. Okay, what about double negatives? That's another common mistake.
Oh, definitely. In English, double negatives are considered incorrect in standard grammar, but a lot of people use them.
Right, so like saying I don't want nothing instead of I don't want anything.
Exactly. When you use two negatives together, they technically cancel each other out.
So I don't want nothing actually means I want something, if you think about it logically.
Right. Though in conversation, everyone understands what you mean.
True, but for English learners, it's important to know that double negatives aren't standard English.
Yes. So instead of I don't want nothing, say I don't want anything or I want nothing.
Instead of I can't find it nowhere, say I can't find it anywhere.
Perfect examples. Now, here's a mistake I catch myself making sometimes, using less when I should use fewer.
Oh, I do this too. What's the rule again?
So fewer is with things you can count. Less is with things you can't count.
Can you give me examples?
Sure. Fewer people because you can count people, but less water because you can't count water.
Oh, okay, so fewer cookies, but less milk.
Exactly. But you'll see signs at the grocery store that say 10 items or less when they should say 10 items or fewer because you can count items.
I never noticed that before. Now I'm going to see it everywhere.
Right? Once you know the rule, you can't unsee the mistakes.
That's true for all of these mistakes, honestly. Okay, last one for me. Then versus than.
Good one. These sound similar but mean completely different things.
Right. So then with an E relates to time. First this, then that.
And then with an A is for comparisons. This is better than that.
But people mix them up all the time. Like, this is better than that, or first this, then that.
Yeah, and I think it's because they sound so similar when we say them quickly.
True. So the trick is, if you're comparing two things, use then with an A. If you're talking about time or sequence, use then with an E.
That's a good way to remember it.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of common mistakes today. Your versus your, there versus there versus there, could've versus could have,
Could care less versus couldn't care less, literally versus good versus well.
double negatives, fewer versus less, and then versus than.
That's a lot. But here's the thing. Everyone makes these mistakes sometimes.
Exactly. Native speakers make them. English learners make them. Even professional writers make them sometimes.
Right. So if you're learning English and you make these mistakes, don't worry about it. The important thing is that you're communicating and people understand you.
Absolutely. Grammar is important, but communication is more important.
And honestly, the best way to learn is just to keep practicing. Keep listening, keep reading.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn.
Exactly. We hope this episode was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions or if there are other mistakes you want us to talk about, let us know.
Yes, we'd love to hear from you. And remember, learning a language is a journey. Be patient with yourself.
Well said, Emma. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening to Fluent English Podcast.
We'll see you next time. Keep practicing, and remember, mistakes are just proof that you're trying.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.